notifications for the VIP sale that's coming up. This isn't an exhaustive list. It's already pretty big. This is some of my absolute favorite things. There's still other things that I bought from Sephora that I absolutely love, but these are just things that I like. I adore them, and I'm sure I've even forgotten a few already. So I'm gonna go through them a little bit quickly. One of the things that I recommend from Sephora is the Beauty Blender. I'm a huge Beauty Blender fan. I've tried other sponges and they don't do it for me. So I thought I'd get the Beauty Blender out of the way because it's a Beauty Blender, but I prefer the Beauty Blender, and once I used it, I couldn't go back. Like, I've tried the Morphe sponge, and I used to use the Real Techniques one, like the orange one, but I'm a huge Beauty Blender fan, and I prefer the nude and the white one. I don't really know why, I just do. So there's that. Another thing that I would recommend picking up are makeup erasers. The makeup eraser brand specifically. I like these little ones. I do have a big one, but I prefer the 7-day set. It's just like slightly more hygienic in my opinion. So also those. I am gonna go through some of this stuff like really quick, but this is more of just, I've talked about some of this a lot. So makeup erasers as well. And then for brushes from Sephora that I do actually really recommend are Morphe brushes, but specifically I like their eyeshadow brushes. I like the M4411 and the M433. This is one of them each. They are like, they do kind of like eventually kind of, these are like 2 years old and I've washed them a bunch, but I really love them for shadow. I like this one, the longer, fluffier one for blending, and then the smaller one, it's a little more tapered. I like that for packing on. I use these a lot in my eye, like get ready with me's. So you've seen them a lot. So there's those, and then one more thing before I really like get into it. Another thing I recommend is just the Urban Decay Brow Blade. Obviously, I use it all the time. It's my favorite brow product, especially if like you're trying to get away from pomades or whatever. I highly recommend getting the Urban Decay Brow Blade, and I do use the shade Cool Cookie, and I will be purchasing one of these in the upcoming sale. I'm very, very excited about it. Okay, let's see. Up next, I'm sorry, this is like really fast, but those things I just thought were like easy to pop in. Up next is a because everything's a mess. Okay. This is a really pretty highlighter. I've used the heck out of it. I think this is the third pan of this I've owned. I'm not gonna swatch it because I don't have time to swatch every highlighter. Sorry, but it's like a pale gold. It's really stunning. I love the formula. This is definitely like you're wearing highlighter, but it's not chunky. It's very, very, very pretty. I also really liked Champagne Pop. If you want to check them out, Becca is these are the Kaja Beauty Bentos. I have a poppy champagne and chocolate dahlia. Chocolate dahlia is my favorite. I've talked about these so much. Yeah, I just really love them. So definitely check out Kaja. The brand is so good. I think they're Korean or Japanese, cause yeah. But check them out. I don't, for some reason, I thought that like this poppy champagne one would be my jam, but I don't love it. I think I don't love like the yellow shimmer as much, but this shade is really pretty, and then the red underneath it is really pretty. I kind of wish it was like the top shade was a shade that they had, but anyways, the shimmers in these are absolutely stunning. This top one in the chocolate dahlia is one of the most stunning eyeshadows I've ever used. If I were to recommend one or the other, I would definitely say chocolate dahlia. It's super stunning. It would be super easy to travel with because the browns underneath are really pretty and work really well, and if you're the right shade, you could even use this to contour if you wanted. So yeah, Kaja is amazing. Also, while we're here and we're talking about Kaja, I highly recommend the Earhart lipstick. I have the shade Sweetheart. I really like these. I talked about this in my favorites video. It's a soft, really good formula, and then it kind of stains your lips with like a red color, which is really pretty because it's easy to like wear because it comes off, but your lips are like a pinky color underneath, like a darky red pink, and that's very convenient for people that are like working, I like it under my mask because I know that once I take my mask off, like, we're gonna be cute underneath. So I just thought I'd mention like my Kaja products together. Moving on. Also, I highly recommend these products. These are Urban Decay glitter liners, well, heavy metal glitter liners. I love these. I have my own little collection. I got most of them on sale and like during VIP sales. So these are some of my favorites here. I'm just gonna show you them all. They're covered in eyelash glue. So I have Distortion, which is like a greeny shade. Distortion was the first one I had, and it's like, as you can kind of tell, it's on its last limb, but it's like pink and green with a white base. I love Distortion. This one's also a huge favorite of mine. It's called Starfire. It's like a bronzy orangey gold. It's very, very pretty on the eyes. This is also another favorite. This is the shade Pyro. It's got a white base with like purple and green and pink. It's like very hollow, like the definition of hollow. Glitters in there. This one I've unfortunately only swatched. I've never used. It's in Disco Daydream though. It's like a silver with a holographic glitter. Oh, this one I'm also a very huge fan of. It's Grind. It's got like a same hollow glitter but a pink base. used the Fiber Brow Gel before, and I think I had the shade Herb, which was a little light for me, but I liked it anyway. I think I like the Kush, like the Milk Brow Gel better than Benefit Give Me Brow, but you know, it's kind of up to you and what you're interested in. Okay, we just have a couple more things. Up next, my favorite gloss is the Fenty Beauty Gloss Balm. I have the shades Fenty Glow, Glass Slipper, and Fussy. I like all three of them for different reasons. Yeah, they're very, very pretty. I feel like Fenty Glow has more of an orange tone and can go over like a blue, like a brownie gloss, a darker gloss. This is the one that's supposed to be a universal shade, so it looks really good on everybody. Glass Slipper is just clear and it has like no shimmer or anything like that. It's absolutely stunning. I don't as much as I would like to, but yeah. Then Fussy is pinky and it has like really pretty shimmer. I like this the most on its own, on like its own little look, but yeah, I really like those glosses and they smell and taste really good actually. What am I doing? I need to make some noises with them. They smell absolutely divine. Like, it's so good, and the packaging is super cute, and they're actually pretty affordable. Yeah, I love Fenty gloss. I have some other glosses I also really like, but you know, these ones are just tried and true, you know. Alright, up next is the Laneige Lip Glowy Balm. I have grapefruit. This was gifted to me, and I really appreciated it. I love this so much. So basically it's a lip balm, but it also has a bit of a gloss, and this one is slightly tinted orange, like it's an orangey pink color, basically the color of the packaging. I really, really highly suggest these. They're really good, and it smells like grapefruit, and it tastes like grapefruit, and it's like fresh grapefruit, not like candy grapefruit or anything. And I think I'm gonna get a couple flavors at the sale. Yeah, I like to wear these on like minimal makeup days, or also gives you like a leave-in conditioner instead of having to spray like multiple things on your hair. It says it's featherweight, which I totally agree. Yeah. It just works super